It's a rivalry that defines the sport. One that everyone points to when asked what makes a good or classic rivalry in college football. The Scarlet and Gray against the Maize and Blue. Two diametrically opposed programs who will meet again to continue a rivalry that has had everything from Heisman statements to pepper spray at midfield. The old horseshoe, Ohio Stadium in Columbus, Ohio. It's the Michigan Wolverines and the Ohio State Buckeyes. Along with David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis. Holly Rowe, some interesting storylines setting up in this one.
Checking in with the Michigan head coach pregame, Coach said his message to the team this week is we have got to play every single game like it's a playoff game. They have done well in the conference so far, and he wants to continue that dominance, but consistency is the key. He keeps telling his team we just have to go 1-0 this week to keep that consistent approach going. Back to you.
Thanks, Holly. Looking forward to see how this one goes. The Buckeyes will kick off first, and here we go. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. They'll corral him and get him down at the 17-yard line on the return. This is what we expected. This crowd ready to make its presence known. Gonna run it. It's Marshall. Shakes off the defender. Able to pick up a couple before he's dragged down at the 19.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground, take away that run game, make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
After picking up a couple in 2nd and 8. Give to the running back. Not much there. Picks up a couple to the 22.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
They'll need to convert this 3rd down from their own 22 to get this drive jump-started. Throwing, Underwood. Right side, it's Marsh. Now they'll really try to get this drive going. Good execution on 3rd down as they have it 1st and 10 at the 31. That can be a momentum builder to convert your first 3rd down and also get your quarterback in a rhythm throwing the slant.
That's so nice. You always want to do that. You want to start the game in a good rhythm, get your quarterback comfortable. Slants are easy, timing routes, get a 1st down. Now maybe open it up even more.
To the air, it's Underwood. Out wide left, it's Marshall. There he goes. He's inside the 40. Crosses the 35. Out of bounds there. Nice pickup on the play. Spotted at the 32.
When quarterbacks learn to take checkdowns, man, they become way more efficient. They become way better. They get way more possessions, and he does a really good job. It's not his primary guy, but he looks down the field. He doesn't force the football, but checks it down to his running back and still makes a big play because it was the right decision.
Dropped immediately. He got nothing on 1st down. It's pretty obvious what's at stake here, guys. A top 10 matchup, winner, good shot at the playoff, and the loser is probably going to need some help.
Yeah, so further cementing your resume, making that exclamation.
Fires deep toward the end zone. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Michigan!
Big-time players make big plays in big games, man. And it seems like each and every week when this guy has an opportunity in the end zone, he's coming up with the big one. That time, great job focusing and concentration. Defense not able to cover him. That's his now 10th receiving touchdown on the year.
They get set for the point after as we have the first score of the game. And with the extra point, they get the first 7 of the game. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. And they cap it off with a 32-yard touchdown pass. Here he comes from inside his own 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Throw it, say it. They're all over him. Hit as he throws. Almost picked off. There's so many great rivalries in college football, guys, but I think this one, because of the disdain and the excellence, sort of rises to the top.
Yeah, I mean, listen, there are great rivalries scattered all around this country. In-state rivalries, interconference rivalries, and great history, great pageantry. But I think what makes Ohio State versus Michigan unique is the fact that more often than not, these are two teams competing for national championships at the end of the year, and this game really does determine the national landscape.
And 19 national championships between the two teams. Late in the year, it always matters. You go back to 2006, #1 versus #2. So always disdain, always hate. Don't even call each other by their names. Like, this rivalry means so much to college football.
Well, I think on that play you saw why this guy's such a big weapon in this offense. At receiver, he does such a nice job with his routes. He's patient, and he's consistent, and he's got good hands. You don't see him put a lot of balls on the ground. Nice job there picking up the first down.
He's going to take off. He stopped just a chain link or 2 away from the first down and sets them up beautifully here. The Buckeyes have a lot of options on 2nd and inches. Movement from the linebackers trying to mess with the offensive line's assignments. He's going to change things up against this defensive look. Sayin. Left side is Jackson. The defense wouldn't let him loose there, and it was a completion, but they lost yardage.
You know, this linebacker is a special player because not only is he good making tackles in the open field, this guy can cover, and you saw a great example of it with that running back.
This defense will try to force a 4th down on 3rd and short from the 45. Fires to the tight end. Oh, he's got some space. Now they're starting to feel it. They've got a first down at the 44.
And it's on 3rd downs like this. If you want to attack the middle of the field, you got to look for the tight end. Really nice route. Great job looking that football in. You can tell this quarterback really has a lot of confidence when he's in the pocket looking for the big fella, and they're able to hook up there.
And that play shows you really what this defense is about. It's a difficult one to attack. They're really good. One of the best in the country. They come at you from all angles. So I'm interested to watch. How do you mix up the play calling? How do you keep the defense off balance? Because they are a good one.
He's there to make the stop, and they threw it in reverse, losing yardage on that play.
I like the play call on offense. I like you trying to get the running back involved in the pass game, too. Defense was ready for that one. Let's see what you've got dialed up on 3rd.
This will be the 8th play of the drive, but a great opportunity for the defense to get off the field. Out wide left, it's Jackson. Across the 35. Good, solid pickup there. Now they can start to smell it with a first down at the 31.
Really nice job responding by the offense here. They watched the opponent go down the field and score a touchdown on that last drive, and you could see the quarterback there in the commercial break. He's telling his guys, let's go. We're going to go get this one. Everybody lock in. And that's what you're seeing on this drive. Doing a really, really nice job. They look confident. They're trying to score a touchdown themselves.
And those body blows really, really matter. Like, I want to be able to hand the ball off to my running back 10, 15 times a game. Make the defense tackle them, wear them out. Sometimes these 3 to 4 yard runs, later in football games, they turn into 5 to 15 to 20 yard gains just because of the body blow effect.
That play was designed to go to the running back. They were hoping they were going to get man coverage. And one-on-one, that back is going to win that matchup every single time.
They're changing things up, trying to get everyone set. Here's Julian saying to throw. Makes the grab. He's got enough. It'll be a first down. They've got it up to 12.
And man, you love to see that from this offense. Coming out and answering, right? Like putting a drive together. Their defense just gave up a touchdown, but you want to snatch the momentum back. Nice job putting a little bit of a drive together. Now let's go cap this thing off with a touchdown.
Drops back. It's Sayin. Look out. He gets away. Wrestled down at the 8-yard line as they threaten deep in the red zone. We've reached the end of the period, and Michigan has the lead. And after that first quarter, let's see if these guys can get back in the game in the second. It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Say it. Oh, what a cut! Touchdown, Buckeyes! Made the grab and took it on in for the score. Looking for the tie with the extra point. And they tacked on the extra point. That is what they mean when they say ball control, a 14-play touchdown drive. And they finish things off with an 8-yard toss for the score. On the run from inside his own 5. He'll be brought down at the 22-yard line. Good coverage on that one. His return is stopped short of the 25. Michigan ready to get that offense rolling again. They had to stand by and watch that scoring march, and now it's up to them to find a way to answer it. And that defense gets to him, and down he goes at the 9.
Man, a lot of coaches talk about starting the drive positive and the first play that can get you going. The QB just kept backing up and going backwards, and that is not the start to the drive they were looking for.
Listen to this crowd just shaking the girders of this place, trying to help their defense. They put the brakes on it.
And that's why he is an All-American caliber player. He is just so physical and dominant against the run. He's able to shed blockers, use his athleticism, use his speed, get to the ball carrier and bring him down. Simply one of the best box defenders you're going to find in the entire country.
Lined up in the gun on third down, Underwood. Perfect timing on the hit to keep him from making the grab, and the defense forces a fourth down.
Well, after giving up that touchdown on the opening drive, they had a little bit of a come to Jesus with their defensive coordinator on the sideline. I don't know what he said, but he, I think, just invoked the fear of God into this defense, because this 3 and out has been sensational, dominant. This is the way they've got to play moving forward.
He's brought down, and he looked for room to return it, and there wasn't much there. The Buckeyes roll that offense back out there. They reeled off a long touchdown drive the last time they had it. Much better field position this time around. Brought down just outside the red zone. He moves the chains. It's at the 22.
How about the defense trying to slow this dude down? He's a Heisman contender for a reason. He's so difficult to tackle, and what a challenge. All week long, they knew that they had to key on this guy and really try to at least limit him if they were going to win.
And the Buckeyes, after ripping off that huge run, let's see if they can do it again. Here's Sayin to throw. Oh, pressure's coming. And he's sacked. Great work there by this defense. The Wolverines bringing the heat on the defensive front as they have so many times through the years.
And you just think about guys that just look great in their unis. Big, strong, Aiden Hutchinson, Ojabo, a lot of these guys in the recent history, just they know how to get after the quarterbacks and make their life miserable.
Several defenders get an assist on that tackle.
And quarterback receiver on the same page. Nice job seeing the zone, understanding the drag route concept. Easy pitch, easy catch.
Quite a bit of work to do on third down from the 23, and this D would love to force a field goal try. Motion from the wide receiver. Sayin on the play action. Fires it beautifully in on the crosser. The tackle is made, but he's got it first and goal from the 6.
And the defense has to be kicking themselves for allowing a first down there. You're just maybe going to give them a few yards and let them set up for a field goal. Instead, you let them move the chains, and now they're knocking on your door, first and goal.
The Buckeyes trying to cash it in on first and goal. Gets the back moving. Throwing, Sayin. Out wide right, it's Jackson. Touchdown, Ohio State! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. On to attempt the try. And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. They'll stop the clock momentarily here to check on the injured Wolverine. He'll start the return inside his 5. Wasn't quite able to shake loose as he steps out of bounds at the 22. Wolverines offense heads out ready to go on the attack. They didn't get much done the last time they had it. Had to punt it away from deep in their own territory, hoping this drive will be more productive. Yeah, it's a bit of a surge, and he's knocked down after picking up 3 to the 26. These two first squared off in 1897, and this rivalry is almost like a history of the sport itself.
So much history, so much tradition. I go back to 2006 when they were 1 and 2 in the country. You know, like these games really matter. The uniforms are clean. The athletes are flowing. There's tons of athletes all over the place. This is always a huge showdown.
And you think about some of the great coaches that have graced the sidelines in this rivalry. Bo Schembechler at Michigan and Woody Hayes at Ohio State. And it's amazing, in a conference full of trophy games, maybe the greatest rivalry doesn't even have one.
The horseshoe is rocking, trying to help their defense on third down. Here's Underwood. Throws quickly. He gets those chains moving, gets it out to the 42-yard line.
And I think great offenses find a way to get their playmakers the football in space. Nice job designing the wheel route. It's good versus man. It's good versus zone. Nice route. Nice catch by the running back.
Trying to establish the run. Breaks into the open. Couldn't ask for much more there. A first down, and they're down to the 42. You put on that winged helmet, and the one thing you want to do is establish the running game.
No matter who the coach is, no matter who the players are, it's a tradition. It's physicality. That's how they've built this brand at Michigan. And I think no matter who's there, it's going to be how they continue to build on that tradition.
Hit hard just as he released it on first down and just couldn't get it to the receiver.
And that pressure got to him quick. I mean, you talk about you want your quarterback to feel comfortable. Man, he didn't have time to feel comfortable. He didn't have time to get his feet set and get in the ground. This offensive line's got to do a better job.
Left side is Marshall. Makes the catch, but goes no further, and it'll be a short pickup on that one.
It's a really nice job by the cornerback playing with his eyes. He sees the running back release out of the backfield, sees him get the ball, and this guy's tough. You know, there are a lot of corners out there that will try to submarine these big running backs, and then they get hurdled. Not this guy. Good job getting the tackle, getting him on the ground.
Receiver wasn't ready for the throw, incomplete. Clock stops. We have reached the 2-minute timeout, and they've got a chance to lock this thing up before the break. It is loud in here as they try to help him get a stop on fourth down. Underwood to throw for it on fourth. Oh, he wants it all. Oh, he dropped it. Just didn't look it all the way in, and they'll turn it over on downs. And they are stopped on fourth down. That decision will be questioned.
Man, that is a big-time drop right there. Fourth down, opportunity to catch it, maybe get the first down. That is tough to swallow, but as a QB, I got to walk over to him and say, listen, dude, we're going to need you later on. I still believe it.
Creating some space, getting just enough good blocking, and they've got it up to the 47-yard line.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
Hand off again. They get him on the ground, but it'll be enough to pick up the first down.
It's great awareness by the running back, understanding where the first down marker is and doing whatever it takes to get it.
It'll be a first down from the 49-yard line. Back in motion, try to clear the picture. Sayed fires to the right. It's picked off. That's 18 of those this season. He stopped not much on the return, but a whole lot in getting the football. They take over late in the half, enough time to put together a drive. Dropping back, it's Underwood. Escapes the pressure to his right. Throwing on the run. Grabs it inside the 15. He'll be brought down at the 3-yard line. An explosive play in the passing game has him on the doorstep.
And I would argue that's one of the most difficult things to play as a defense is those second plays when they start to get outside the pocket. He does a great job buying time. And that, what does he do when he rolls out? It gets his receiver a chance to get down the field more, and then he chucks it downfield for the big completion.
On the move. No room to run, and he stopped right at the line of scrimmage. It'll be second and goal. They'll run it out of the shotgun. He pushes it forward all the way to the 2-yard line. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays.
And this defense sold out for the run. I love it. Physical, downhill, second and goal. Nice job getting the stop, forcing the third down.
This defense didn't hang its head. They've stood tall after the big play. Third and goal coming. Underwood keeping his eyes downfield. And the quarterback goes down all the way back at his 4-yard line. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for one or two more plays.
That is how it's done. It's go time in the red zone, 3rd and goal. We need a sack, need a big play. That was a monster sack by the defense. Let's go.
What a way for this quarter to end. Final play, 4th and goal. Fourth down, Underwood. Gliding to the right, still trying to make a play. Fires into the end zone. Throws it back across his body, and what do you think happened? Intercepted. We've played 2 quarters here and reached halftime, and we will now check in with Kevin Connors in the studio.
Fellas, welcome into the Week 13 edition of the EA Sports College Football Update Show. So many seasons on the line. The first game we'll take a look at will be Duke taking on the Wake Forest Demon Deacons.
It's a rivalry that defines the sport. One that everyone points to and asks what makes a good or classic rivalry in college football. The Scarlet and Gray against the Maize and Blue. Two diametrically opposed programs who will meet again to continue a rivalry that has had everything from Heisman statements to pepper spray at midfield. The old horseshoe, Ohio Stadium in Columbus, Ohio. It's the Michigan Wolverines and the Ohio State Buckeyes. Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with you. Let's check in with our sideline reporter, Holly Rowe.
Guys, I caught up with Coach Whittingham pregame. He understands everything is on the line in this rivalry matchup. He had a conversation with his team with the conference championship and the playoffs on the line. They have to keep their poise and composure. They can't let a rivalry game knock them off their path. We'll see how composed his team can play today. Back to you.
Holly, thank you. This ought to be a tremendous matchup. The Buckeyes ready to put toe to leather, and here we go. The ball squirts through the end zone. That'll be a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. Hunting on first down, but why? Gets the first one of the day out of there. He ought to be fresh. They only used him twice in that victory last week. He gets it blocked. He'll get it up to about the 44-yard line before they slam the brakes on him. Here's Julian Sayin to throw. Taking a shot on the first play. Oh, he dropped it, and what a missed opportunity early in this football game. Guys, it's almost impossible to overstate the importance of this game. The result might well be the cut line between really... and the playoffs.
It's a really good point, Reese, because at this point of the season late, this is a resume builder, and this might be the win that you need to improve your status and impress the committee so that they put you in the college football playoff.
Yeah, in these top 10 games, they get more attention. More people are there, more people are covering, more people are talking about it, more people are spreading it. So, obviously, to do it on this stage will go a long way to determine whether this team gets in the playoff.
And he'll find enough running room to get it just short of midfield at the 49. Third and 6 yards to go. Say it. Right side, it's Jackson. Just couldn't find any room, and he wound up throwing it in reverse. They lost yardage. And the Buckeyes will send out the punt unit. The ball hits at the 5, and it'll go into the end zone for a touchback. The Michigan offense heads out to get this drive started. They really didn't move the ball at all the last time they had it, hoping for better fortune this time around. Flip it out to the back on the screen. 7-yard pickup on that one. Is now 2nd and 3.
And I like what the offense did right there. A lot of times on first down, you're thinking run, right? Like be aggressive, come downhill, try to take advantage of the defense. It wasn't a big play, but that will slow this defense down a little bit and just remind them they have to play those screens.
Underwood on the play action. Here comes the heat. And down he goes. The defense bringing the heat. And now there's a stoppage for an injured Buckeye. The senior defensive tackle being looked at by medical personnel. Holly Rowe will keep us up to date on how he's doing. The roar of the crowd trying to fuel this defense to keep them pinned in their own end. Underwood trying to cut through the noise. Oh, he's going to try to hit him deep. Upstairs, he's got it. Across midfield, into plus territory, and finally down at the 48.
And that is a backbreaker if you're the defense, because you've done your job up to that point. You've set up the offense in 3rd and very long. You know they're going to throw it. You cannot allow a guy to get open that deep down the field for an explosive play. Somebody's going to have to answer for that when they get to the sidelines.
Here's Bryce Underwood to throw. Just barely got rid of it. Now, I know you two never faced off against each other in an actual rivalry game other than the Thanksgiving morning turkey bowl. But knowing you two the way I do and the way you know each other, Jesse, what would you have done to try to throw Pollock off a little bit on a stage like this?
In our opening 10-play script, I would have had David Pollock cut blocked. Maybe even double-team high-load, chop blocked on every single play early.
Which is illegal, he thought. That's fine. That's fine. You know what? I guess in retaliation to that, we would have just roughed the passer over and over, taking the 15-yard penalty. That's what's fun about this, Reese. It's petty. It's sometimes it crosses the line of dirty, but that's why rivalries are so fun.
Well, the offense didn't have the result they wanted on that first drive, having to punt, but they're having a lot more success here on the second drive. They're having some balance, and they're getting a rhythm. I think a big part of that is their ability to run the football. Very, very important to them, and doing a nice job on that last play, picking up the first down.
Here's Underwood to throw. Out wide right, it's Marshall. Picked up maybe 3 on the play at 2nd and 7.
And that's kind of a lot of today's running game, right? Spit the ball out quick, get it to your playmakers in space, get positive yards. It's instead of running the ball a couple yards up the middle, now you just spit it out wide, and a lot of times if you break a few tackles, it could be even bigger.
They got 3 on the last pass. Here comes 2nd and 7. From the gun, runs through the tackle. Dropped after a pickup of 3 down to the 26.
I think there's a couple schools of thought in how you run the football and how you throw the football. Like some people say, I run the football to set up the throw, right? To get people aggressive. But this offense kind of took it the other direction, right? They came out throwing the football, now soften them up. Now let's see if they can start to get that ground game going.
Throwing, Underwood. That one's not even close.
3rd and short in college football today, you see so much more pass than you used to. The offense stays aggressive, and I think they stay aggressive because they know they're in field goal range. They got that 3 in their back pocket.
4th down, and this crowd trying to help this defense rise to the occasion. Bryce Underwood to throw for it on 4th. Finds him out of the backfield. He's got enough, and they roll the dice on 4th down, and they keep the drive alive. Really good job there. Don't force anything. Take your time, and he finds his man for the 1st down.
Yeah, and I think really good job by seeing the defense. Understand that they're dropping back. They're taking away most things. All right, get the ball to my running back. He can make plays after he catches it. Nice job by the quarterback seeing the situation and where to go with the football.
Not a lot of room there. He'll pick up a few before he's forced out of bounds.
And this is the hard part about being on defense and choosing whether to be conservative or bring the blitz. They bring the blitz, he sees it, and that's what he does really well. Sees it and immediately makes a decision, gets to some green grass, and gets a positive gain for this offense.
2nd down coming up. On the run, it's Marshall. They were all over it.
And listen, it's tough. It's a tough proposition. This is a top 10 defense against the run. You know they're physical. You know who they are. But you're not going to bat an eye. And you're going to challenge your guys, especially in the red zone, to be more physical, to be able to continue to run the football against a really good defense.
Bryce Underwood from the gun on 3rd down. Lets it fly deep downfield. Touchdown, Michigan! Makes the grab right along the back of the end zone. Setting up for the extra point after the first score of the game. And the PAT makes it 7-0. Precise, relentless execution on that 13-play scoring drive. And they close the deal with a 16-yard throw for the touchdown. He'll bring it out. It's Cross. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. His drive will open from the 15. Looking for a crease to the left. Nudges ahead for 1 out to the 16.
Run game is good. Balance is good. Now listen, if the run game isn't good, then you got to pass the football a little bit more. But sometimes you got to keep them honest, take them chunk by chunk.
Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. Here's Sayin to throw. Rushes on. He was able to squirt free and pick up a few and avoid a negative play there. A 3rd and short coming from their own 20-yard line. Sayin from the gun on 3rd down. Fires to the big fella. Gets the job done on 3rd down as he gets it to the 25 before he's brought down.
That was a 3rd down this offense absolutely had to have. They're already down in this game. So on 3rd down, you've got to find a way to win. And it's a nice job in the one-on-one, running a good route, creating some separation, quarterback throwing on time, and this offense stays on the field.
Runs ahead and powers his way for 4 yards out to the 30. After the productive 1st down play, it's 2nd and 6. Might as well run him again. They get him on the ground, and with that, we'll head to the 2nd quarter. We've reached the end of the period, and Michigan has the lead. And we've come to the end of the 1st as we take a moment to check out the stats so far. Lots of time left and ready to go back at it here in the 2nd quarter. So after the break, they'll go back to work. Takes the handoff. It's Jackson.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. Quarterback signaling to his guys. They'll leave it with the lone back. They got it blocked just enough, and a good gain on that run.
Man, it's nice when you can depend on your big boys up front to make a lane, and you get 5 or 6 yards. You get 5 or 6 yards a pop. You move the ball down the field easily, and more importantly, can get this defense to be more aggressive, to bring DBs close to the line of scrimmage, and then that might open up some big plays down the field.
Well, obviously the offense went 3 and out on their last drive. They're having a little bit more success here. That was a nice run, and I think that's the key, guys. If they're able to run the football, they're going to be able to stay on the field. And I think that's something you want to think more about if you're the play caller on offense.
And so far early in this game, and you got to be impressed with this defense and the physicality and then stopping the run. You could tell it's a priority for this defense. They're up there. They're close to the line of scrimmage. The ground game right now not going, and the defense is dialed in on it.
After that 5-yard loss, some work to do now to keep this drive humming at 2nd and 15. Throwing, say it. Oh, he drops it. That is a catch he makes 99 times out of 100, but it'll be 3rd down.
And that's one the offense just needs to be able to hit, right? That's a completion they should be able to hit in their sleep. Receivers got to do a better job.
And they have converted their first 2 third down opportunities, but this one a 3rd and long. Under pressure. He's got it inside the 30. And a potentially touchdown-saving tackle made there after the long completion.
I know this isn't the start the offense wanted. They don't have any points so far in this game, but sometimes it just takes one explosive play to turn things around. And after that beautiful completion deep for the offense, that should give them a little confidence, a little momentum. They've now got us to be able to score points on this drive.
Saying, oh, they've got him in the backfield. A disaster on that one and a loss of 6. The Buckeyes want to move quickly. Sets his feet. It's Sayin. Rush right in his face. What a job to lay out and make the catch.
How about that athleticism by the tight end, stretching out and diving to haul that pass in. Great play.
The Buckeyes have it in scoring position on 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. Beck's going for the goal line. And he's in. Touchdown, Buckeye! Extra point here will tie the game. And it's no good. Had a chance to tie it and couldn't do it. That is what they mean when they say ball control. A 14-play touchdown drive. And he got into the house from the 6 to finish it. On the return, it's Stewart. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. reason to be in a big rush. They have some time here late in the half. Play fake, Underwood. Takes the easy completion. They'll give him 4 on the pickup at 2nd and 6. You know, sometimes even a short gain like that can be used to set up something bigger later on.
No doubt, Reese, they can pump that and take a shot down the field. And don't worry, they're going to go back to that same play because they know this guy with the ball in his hands is dangerous. He makes one guy miss, he can take it to the house.
He's got the first down. Brought down at the 33, but not before he gets 10.
What a nice run there. And from the beginning of time, Michigan football has been synonymous with running the football. You can think back to Tyrone Wheatley, Anthony Thomas, Chris Perry, Hassan Haskins, big physical runners that also had sprinter speed and that could...
Makes a grab and room to run. Finally forced out of bounds, maybe a step shy of midfield. They'll mark it at the 49.
And that's why if you're the offensive coordinator, you've got to find as many ways as possible to get this guy going. Just get him the ball close to the line of scrimmage. Doesn't need to be a throw deep down the field. He's so dynamic when he has the ball in his hands. You saw it right there.
Nice move to keep running. Tried to find a seam for more, but a gain of 3 on the play, and that'll take us to the 2-minute timeout. Wide receivers all over the place, trips to the left on 2nd and 7. And go play action, Bryce Underwood. Out wide left, it's Marsh. Runs through a man, and he might have some space. Just what they were looking for, and he's got him set up in business at the 35 with a first down. The Wolverines go back to work after moving the chains through the air. From the gun, the running back has it. Hard running there. Nice stiff arm there, but the defense still able to stop him for a short gain.
Man, a nice second effort by the back to break a tackle. But how about those defensive backs willing to come up, stick their face in the fan, and make a tackle?
Those are the best run defenses, too, right? It's not just D linemen and linebackers getting all the plays, but it's DBs that are willing to not just cover, but tackle backs in the open field.
Underwood. Back's got it on the screen. And that one looked great on the grease board, but when they blow it up like that, the defense is going to win every time.
And that's a really good play by this defense because you want to run a screen offensively when they're blitzing. When they bring pressure, you can throw it right over the top, get it to them, get some space, but they stay.
It's picked off. 13th time he's done that this year. And they'll get him down after a solid return. First snap of this drive comes from the 32. Going to audible here. Let's see what they do. They want to run it left here. Nowhere to go on that one. It'll bring up 2nd and 10. Now the Wolverines call a timeout. It's their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Here's Julian saying to throw. Right side, it's Jackson. Turning it on. He's at the 30. Big gain on that one as he steps out of bounds with a first down.
And that's a good lesson for quarterbacks out there. When you're throwing to your running backs, if you get it to them early and they've got some space around them, they can do damage. And that's exactly what happened there. These guys are trained to be great once they have the ball in their hands. He makes people miss. He shows you the speed, and it's a big chunk play in the pass game.
Using his legs, it's Jackson. Hit and dropped, and he got nothing on first down. Michigan wants to stop the clock. They'll use a timeout. It's their second. And they'll still have one in their pocket for what's left in this first half. Lost one on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. Right back to it. He stopped in his tracks, and at least they didn't lose yardage on this one. Michigan choosing to spend its final timeout here. And they won't be able to stop the clock again for the remainder of this half. From here, it would just be a 30-yard field goal try. Let's see how aggressive they're going to be to try to pick up that first down. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Jackson. He's going to come up about 5 yards short of the line to gain.
And as you start to settle into games as a play call, you start to figure out what works and what doesn't work. And they really got to find a way to get this running game going. They haven't figured it out yet. Like, maybe get the ball more on the perimeter. You know, find a way to get the ball to your running back in space. This offense really has to find a way to get the ground game going.
They'll play it safe and try for 3. And he'll kick for the 3 from 36 yards out in the right hash. Not a chance. Missed it. And after the miss, they're still down by a single.
And those sting for this team. I tell you what, when you drive the field against a really, really good defense and you have an opportunity to get points, you got to capitalize on them now. And that one will sting a little bit because I thought the offense did a good job moving the ball down the field.
Offense has enough time to get off a play before we head to the half. Here's Bryce Underwood to throw. They're all over him. Got his man. And the defense able to get him down, and that should bring us to the end of the half. And they head to the locker room. 2 quarters in the books, and time for us now to check in with Kevin Connors in our EA Sports College Football studio with scores from around the country.